Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Oh my gosh. It literally just hit me that this is our final Monday together of the year. How did that happen? How are we at December of 2023? This is wild and crazy and all the things. Seems like just yesterday I was getting ready to go away for Christmas last year. But here we are. All right, as you are all coming in, by way of quick announcement, just because I want to get it out of the way, and it's going to probably, um, go out of my mind as soon as we get started. Next week, Monday, is Christmas Day, and excuse me, I am traveling, and I will be with my family. I will be in my island home of Jamaica, and my mother has already let us know the only thing they want for Christmas is for us to go to church, which is at 5 a.m. So bless me, send me love. But next Monday, we won't have Facebook Live. It's Christmas Day. I'm intending you will all be having a wonderful Christmas with your family. And so, Merry Christmas. Mwah, mwah. Merry Christmas to all of you. My intention is that as I'm celebrating with my physical, like my blood family, I am sending you, the rest of all of you, my extended family, all my love and wishes for a wonderful holiday season. Whatever it is that you celebrate at this time, Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, whatever it might be, it is just the season for the next 2 weeks of being together in love with family and friends. And whatever it looks like for you, my heart's desire is that it is filled with love and joy. Yeah. So Merry Christmas to all of you. All right, let's see. So we are here today and we are talking about sisterhood. If you were a part of Create 2024 on Saturday, you witnessed the birthing of my child. I know I look so refreshed having given birth to a child, especially one that I carried for 9 years. But you witnessed the birth of this child of mine that has been in my heart for 9 years. Now, truth be told, I attempted several years ago to do what I did on Saturday. And it's just, it was kind of like a premature birth. And it wasn't the time, it wasn't the thing, it wasn't the sisterhood. This that I gave birth to on Saturday it's just, it's my love child. I don't know what other way to say it. It's my love child. Those of you that became sisters on Saturday, we are now officially sisters in the Wealth Sisterhood. Congratulations! Woo! My husband has had enough of my screaming all weekend long. I've been running around like a little girl. I literally feel like it is. I just don't even know. Like somebody said, Tasha, your cheeks must be hurt. They're still hurting. Look, they're still hurting from all weekend. It was just beautiful to give birth to something that I've had in my heart and my soul for so long, never being able to figure out when is the right time amidst everything else. And you know what was just so beautiful was all the messages that I got after um, after I opened the doors and invited everyone to come in. And I got so many messages that literally said, I've been praying for you to do something like this, Tasha. And that's when I know God was in the middle of it, right? When people let me know it's an answer to a prayer, then I know I'm on the right track. And I know it's not just my ego wanting to create something, it literally is of God. So congratulations. I love Beatrice says, congratulations, all the Wealth sisters. That's right. Okay, ladies. So this morning, I see we have a good number of you here. The topic I want to talk about is sisterhood. And some of you may not know this, but I'm an only child. I actually, was raised by my lonesome. For the first 10 years of my life, I lived with my extended family, like most of us experienced growing up in the islands. My mom had to go to work and my dad was just not present. And so I had to go live with relatives. And for the first 10 years of my life, I lived in a household of like 10 people. And then um, my mom got married, and I went to live with my mom when I was about 10 years old. And it was, I'm her only child. And so I lived for like what, 10 to 18, all by myself in this house. My mom was very strict, so it was literally school and nothing else. And what that meant was I was always craving hanging out with friends. I was always craving just being the cool kid, being in the in crowd, doing all the fun things at the other. And I went to an all girls high school. So they were always seemingly just having fun without me, hanging out, doing all these things. They would come together and we would all be friends at school, but I could tell they had a deeper bond because they were spending more time together. And so, long story short, I have always craved to be part of a community of girls, women, just to be in, just to feel like I have sisters. And I know what that feels like. And you know what? I'm an adult. We're all adults now, but I know, especially looking at the response from Saturday, when I asked the women that became part of the Wealth Sisterhood, what are you feeling right now? Why did you join? And I would say 8 to 9 out of 10 responses was all about being a part of a sisterhood, being a part of a community of like-minded and like-spirited women. So I just sat back and I laughed. I'm like, I'm not alone. I'm not the only one who wants this. We crave this. And I was sharing this, observation with my husband and kind of telling him how I always felt like, oh, I want to be in growing up. And I thought that it was just me. And then I launched the sisterhood and I see all these women really also wanting to be part of something bigger than ourselves. And my husband said something so interesting. He goes, well, babe, history has proven that we need tribe. We need community. As human beings, we actually need that. He says, because we have proven historically that when you go off on your own, you die. When you go off on your own, you die. And it's like, okay, all right, we're not living in caveman times. And, it doesn't mean you get in your car and you drive or you travel by yourself and doom and gloom. It really, what I took it to mean is that when I'm trying to do life by myself, when I am out here trying to ascend and get to the next level, I mean, look, my entire business, everything I've ever done is all community. I never talk to you a lot about one-on-one coaching because truthfully, I think there's a lot of value in one-on-one coaching, but I truly believe that we have a richer experience when we're experiencing transformation together. And when you're on your own, back to, what Tony said, when you're on your own, this idea of you die, what it is, it's just harder. It's harder. You have to fend for yourself. You have to figure it all out. Literally, I can be on a journey learning something new in my personal development. And I just have one of my friends who's on the same journey say one thing about how she understood something or her experience of it. And it literally ascends my understanding and my interpretation of the exact same thing. Right. And so it just takes longer and it's harder and it's not as fun. And we need tribe and we need community. So I kind of want to validate what you're feeling when you have this yearning for community and yearning for sisterhood and yearning for friends and to hang out and to connect. We can't help it. We're wired to do it, if nothing else, to protect ourselves and be safe, but truly to grow together. The African proverb that we all know says, if you want to go far, go together. If you want to go far, go together. I was listening to this study. There's been a lot of things coming my way. It's so interesting as I'm getting ready to launch the Wealth Sisterhood. All of these studies have been, whether my husband sends me a TikTok or I watch something on Instagram or I'm reading a book with that just mentions these studies. But literally, do you know the number one predictor of a long life? What is it? Dr. Wendy Suzuki of New York University, she's an award-winning neuroscientist. She has done all kinds of amazing studies on longevity and living a long life, a long, healthy, happy life. And do you know what the number one predictor is? Let's see. The number one predictor. of a long life. I'm going to wait for you all to come into the chat. But here's the thing, it is positive social connections. It's not exercising, it's not eating your broccoli, right? It's not how many yoga classes you take. It's none of those things. The number one predictor of a long life is positive social connections. Another study that I read said it has been proven if you are part of a tribe and a community, it could be your family, right? But whatever it looks like, whether it's at your church, whether it's a formal gathering, lots of women are part of sororities, whatever it looks like, it has been proven that if you are part of a tribe that reinforces your positive habits, reinforces your dreams and desires, reinforces and supports the things that are important to you, it makes for a longer, happier life. I don't know about you, but I'll take that over the gym any day. Like, that is really cool to me. I will take that over the gym. Sign me up 10 times over, right? So I just want to make the case this morning as we bring to an end 2023 and you start to look ahead into the new year, that every single woman here, you make it a part of your intention to really attract. Obviously, I've done it for you. I've created the Wealth Sisterhood. It is amazing in there. There's lots of amazing friendships that are going to be formed, lifelong friendships, not just one, but groups of friendships. Women are going to be traveling all over the world together. We're going to have marriages that we are attending for each other. We're going to have babies that we're celebrating and christening. We're going to have millionaire and multi-millionaire statuses that we get to celebrate. We're going to do life together. It's going to be amazing. So it's done for you. You're invited to come be part of the Wealth Sisterhood. And if you did not do it on Saturday, we still have an opportunity for you to join. Go ahead and write the word sisterhood. Type the word sisterhood in the comment. Check Facebook Messenger. If you don't know what I'm talking about, on Saturday, I launched officially the Wealth Sisterhood. It is our brand new community, and you still have a chance to become a founding member. Founding members get all kinds of fun bonuses. So if you did not do it on Saturday, go ahead and do it right now. Type the word sisterhood, check Facebook Messenger, and we will give you a chance to get registered. And I have a little secret. It's still discounted. Go over there right now before the price changed to $297. Go do it right now. Okay? So that aside, if you are, that's one opportunity, is to come be part of our sisterhood. The other thing is, I really just want to encourage you to put it as an intention for yourself to build community, build sisterhood. Napoleon Hill, we all know, wrote Think and Grow Rich, right? And it was a study of, I think, 100 of the wealthiest men in America at the time. And one of the things that he said in his book was, if you look at 9 out of 10 of those men, they have a woman standing behind them who's holding the vision for their success. I have goosebumps to think about it, because how many times do we joke about that? Oh, look at a successful man, and behind him is a strong woman, a woman who's holding the vision for his success. Well, love our men, love them, and it's time we did that for ourselves. It is time that we came together and we held the vision for each other's success. They're going to be just fine, and we're going to continue to do it for them, I'm sure, right? I do it for my husband and my son all day long. But you know what? On Saturday, when we had that song, I like the way you glow, queen, glow. I have goosebumps. And I just closed my eyes and I thought about every woman that was in that community on that call on Saturday, and I just visualize each of your success. And I thought to myself, the power of that, each of us just literally seeing each other as successful. You tell me your dream, I hold it close to my heart for you. When you're going through your life stuff, all I see is the vision that you gave me, that you desire. All I see is you succeeding. All I see is you in that happy relationship, married, thriving, having kids, grandkids, doing all the things. That's all I see, because that's what I'm holding for you. I'm holding the vision for you. And we get to do that for each other. And it is incredibly priceless to have that in your life. I want to encourage all of you to have sisterhood be part of your intentions, not friendships. That's beautiful. But your sister, to call each other sister, is a whole next level. It's depth, it's intentional, it carries like blood, right? It carries a whole other level. My friends I can do and do without. My sisters, we're sisters. Life's going to happen. We may agree and we may not agree sometimes, but we can't help it. We're connected together, right? So those of you that already are founding members of the Wealth Sisterhood, can you just, I love it. Sonali says, I'm a proud founding member. Can you all just blow up Facebook and tell the world, I am a founding member of the Wealth Sisterhood? Go ahead. Let me know. Put it all over Facebook. Let the world know that this beautiful space exists where we're going to dream together. We're going to hold hands. We're going to journey together. I'm going to guide you. Oh my gosh, the downloads that I'm getting to just give you. And, it's not coaching. It's not like the high level coaching. But what it is every single month, we're going to have a focused, intentional area of a scientific or spiritual principle that we are practicing together. It's just a fun, easy thing that we do. I've done all the work for you. And the bottom line is, as sisters, we are ascending in our wealth. So I love it, Leslie, like all caps. I am a founding sister queen. I love it. I will blow up Facebook, Antoinette says. Oh my gosh, I love it. Teresa became a founding member yesterday. I'm a founding member of the Wealth Sisterhood. That's right. Come on, everyone. Oh my gosh, this is such high energy to begin 2024. You're absolutely right. And I invited two ladies today because I can talk about what this is. I can talk about how it's going to contribute to your life. But when you hear from these women who I truly believe epitomize why I did this, it's like, how you can say, like, a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So I can show you, I can say something and I can show you a picture. Well, I can tell you all about the amazingness of being a part of the Wealth Sisterhood, or I can show you through the story of these two women so that you can feel it in your heart, what you have to look forward to. So before I bring them on, Tatlin and Carol were both in one of my programs, maybe 2 years ago, I think. They were just, they just randomly, we put the group together and they happened to be in the group. And I'm not sure why. They kind of saw each other, fell in love across the room kind of thing, across Zoom. I don't know how it all happened. But what I do know is they decided to become accountability partners for the program. I did not know this. So they are in the program, they're accountability partners. All I know is the program has ended. And I know some of, especially Carol's biggest dreams, because right, she's in the program, she continued, and we had one-on-one calls and she shared a lot of the things with me. So I am seeing Carol manifesting like wild things that she had put out there. One of the things was that she wanted her art to be featured in a museum. And so I see Carol like, yay, this big manifestation, I got featured, here's my artwork. And the next thing I see Totlin next to her. I'm like, how do these two even know each other? They don't even live in the same state. What's Totlin doing there? And as I continue to watch, all I see are these two women. In Jamaica, we say pee pee cluck cluck, where you see one, you see the other. I'm like, what's going on here? And so I reached out to them and realized that they had formed this friendship and this bond and this, what I perceive as just being sisters on the journey together. At my event 2 weekends ago, they told me about all these things that they have journaled, that literally when I invited them to join me on this live this morning, they then said, Tasha, that's one of the things that we wrote on our list, that we were going to be on Facebook Live with you. I had no idea that this was an intention that they set together. Then they started sending me the long list of all the other things that they had written together as their intention that have manifested. It is powerful. The Bible says where two or more are joined, together, there is the presence of God. There is power. And so I'm going to invite them on because I want you to hear from them this morning themselves in person. Good
Good
morning, Carol
morning.
and
Good morning.
Todd.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So all of your sisters are witnessing this manifestation, right? This thing
Yes,
that you
yes,
all wrote
yes.
about, and here it is.
Yes.
So I would love to ask you, hang on one quick second. Let me get this off the screen. Um, there you all are. So I would love to ask you in your own words, what has it meant to you to become friends and what I perceive as sisters in this unique journey, right? You know, usually women say, I have these big dreams. I want to develop myself. I want to grow. I want to ascend. And there's not a lot of people in my life that get what I want to do. They think I have unicorns growing out of my head when I start talking, right? What has it meant to you both to find each other?
Mm, mm, mm. Well, I guess I could go first. I every day, Carol and I marvel every day, literally. How did we get together? So, like you, Tasha, we don't know how. We don't know how. We conclude that the universe saw
Put
what
us
was in
together.
our right, saw what was in our heart and our minds, and knew that we wanted more out of life. And
Mm,
as you know, your program was the portal through which we had this meeting. She posted something about her son. I got really excited because it was so similar to what was happening to with my son. And then a few, but just as that program was wrapping up, I had planned to go back over my Eagles program and even double down on it. And we just started to like randomly speak together. The next thing we know, here we are with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of manifestations to report because of the synergy. So it's not our doing. We just believe it's the universe,
Yeah.
God's source.
It's a continuous dialogue. Totlin and I speak basically almost every day, if not on the phone. We do have messaging back and forth. I'm early. She's late. So usually I get all these downloads in the morning. And I guess by the time she looks at her phone, it's like, oh my gosh, Carol, what is going on? But we created a digital manifested board, if you want to
Mhm,
call it that. And there is never any question about the how. And I believe we just continuously push each other.
mhm,
And when you talk about others not understanding the language we speak, Totlin and I, we understand and we continually still,
mhm,
you
mhm.
know, am I dreaming big enough? Am I reaching for
Yes.
enough? And
Mhm.
sometimes when I may say something, I hear Totlin or Totlin may say, Carol, change that, journal this. So it's, redirecting those thoughts. And sometimes Totlin may feel, down or something. And I'm like, no, no, change it,
Yes.
you know.
You know, you always say something, Tasha, where the quality of your answers depend on the quality of your questions. I believe
mhm,
you have taken that from Tony Robbins.
mhm.
That's what we do with each other a lot. We question, we ask the right questions. We're not there to dry each other's tears. That's not what it's about. It's like, okay, you've cried enough. Let's get on with it. How can we look at this? You know, we do things like if something is happening in Carol's household because it's affecting our families
Yeah.
tremendously,
Mhm.
positively, deeply. They don't even know what's going on. But
My husband asked, what are we creating? Are we like mad scientists?
this, yes,
Because, we're talking like, what are we creating? Because we're on the phone,
yeah,
talking and dreaming.
yes,
Yeah. Mhm.
you know, and we ask each other the hard questions. Are you sure you're looking at it the correct way? Or why are you being mean to yourself? Or
Mm.
why is it you think you need only one? It's okay to have two or three or four.
Correct.
Start saying yes to all the gifts that are coming your way. Don't question them. You know, start saying yes. And as we watch each other grow through the process, we grow leaps and bounds. And just like you said in your introduction, Tasha, because we each say things to each other at the right time, it's like, kapow! Woo! Moonshot time again.
Woo!
In fact, Tasha, when I received in your 120-day program, when I received the word art, I didn't know what to do with it. And I'm like, oh, just left it to the side. And then later, talking with Totlin, and my son is very artistic, and she started talking about art. And she said something like, oh, well, about the creativity. And I'm like, well, I was an art student. So she said, you can do collage art or, various things. This was in March of 2022. I created a manifested board about an art gallery.
Hmm.
In October of 2022, I was in an art program at a museum.
Yes.
In January, earlier this year, my work was on display at the museum, and Totlin Oliver was there.
Oh
That,
my God, I'm gonna
yes.
cry.
It
Yes.
was so phenomenal. And I actually surprised her because she didn't know. Because this is
Then
another thing. She didn't know I was coming. But this is another thing. We never plan and say, well, we're going to get together at X time and we're going to do this. And we don't do anything like that. We intend, we journal, we script, and we keep it moving. We live in the present, and then things just begin to unfold. The other day, something unfolded, and I said to her, "Carol, Carol, 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 you wrote this, you remember?" She's like, "What are you talking about?" Carol can be very dry and very obsessed,
yes.
you know. Carol, Carol, what are you? I said, "Look, look, 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 look." She says, "Oh my God!" And for the next 14 hours, that's us. Oh my God! So we actually don't sit and plan. It may sound to people listening that we spend a whole lot of this takes up a whole lot of our time. It does not. It just rolls like the river going through on its way to the sea. It's easy. We don't force each other to do anything. We hold space. Sometimes I'm
Correct.
like, oh my God, Carol, you've got to hold space for me like this, or I am going to squeeze somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what, because the first time we met, long before we actually planned to meet, we didn't plan to meet. We talked about meeting up in New York, looking at brownstones in Harlem, going to brunch. We just and left it. No plan, no budgeting, no nothing. And
And
then
it happened.
it just happened. And
I
that's what,
remember that picture.
yes.
I remember
Yes.
that picture. Yep.
Yes. Hmm.
Ladies, oh, Carla said chills. That is the word. Carla said, I have chills listening to this. That is, I am in tears.
Mhm.
I put too much work on this makeup, so I'm holding it all back. But if my vision were a experience, if my vision were a conversation, if my vision were um like put on display for the Wealth Sisterhood, this is it right here. What you
Yes.
ladies are, how you are bouncing off of each other, how you have stood for each other, how you have
Mhm.
written intentions and desires together, and even when one forgets, the other remembers, and when it manifests, celebrates and reminds the other,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Hold space, ask the tough questions, hold you to your highest standard.
Mhm.
When life happens, you're not alone.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know
Yeah.
you're not alone. If everything in my mind, in my vision, were put on display, you two ladies just did it. I have chills. I'm in tears. I am so happy. And what these women have, I want for every woman here.
Yes. Yes.
Every woman in our community
Mhm.
deserves
Mhm.
to have this, right? It's like I said, we're doing this for so many other people in our lives. It
Mhm.
is
Mhm. Mhm.
time that we created a space where we come together to do this for ourselves and to know that there are others who are doing it for us. And you know what? Family is family, right? Our birth, our physical blood family, we didn't get to choose, right? So it just is what it is. But here, you get to choose high level, loving, high spirited, positive, happy, want the best for you, want to know that you're going to celebrate me, I'm going to celebrate you, women. I think we all deserve this. I think Teresa says where two or more are gathered, it's greater
Mhm.
than three. That's right.
Yep.
And we're going to
Yep.
have
Yep.
thousands. Remember, I said this today, December, whatever date it is today, 17th, 18th, I'm not sure, 16, 17, 18. December 18, 2023, this sisterhood is going to become a movement of thousands of women who stand for each other, who celebrate each other, who amplify deservingness, who walk on this earth in the image and the likeness of the power and the presence of God, universe source. We will walk into rooms and people will be like, what just happened? What just happened? Right? It begins today. Ladies, thank you so much for being on here. Thank you for being my dream come true. Mwah. Thank you for sharing what you have created and inspiring every other woman to want it too. Mwah. Merry Christmas to you both.
Merry
Thank you,
Christmas.
thank you, thank you. All right, everyone. So this morning, I am giving you, this is it. I didn't even type this up. I'm going to go ahead and put it on here though. Type the word sisterhood. Let me get it on here for y'all. If you are not yet a wealthy, that's what we're calling ourselves, right? The Wealth Sisterhood. If you are not yet a wealthy, type the word sisterhood and check Facebook Messenger to get your link to register. It's still on discounted price. Get it before the price goes up. Do it. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can go to tashachen.com/sisterhood. tashachen.com/sisterhood and get yourself registered. All right. So I said this at the start. I don't know how many of you were here. Next week, Monday, is Christmas. I will be with my family. It's been an incredible and very interesting year. And I'm just going to tell you with love, I need this time to refuel and refill. I need the love, the support, the presence. I need to be present with my physical family. I've done a lot for this family this year. And I hope with love, you know, that I'm sending you all my love. And then I'm just going to go give back to my family who have supported me through this year. But know that my heart is with you all. And two last things. Those of you that are now new Wealth Sisters, our founding member call, so you can become a founding member today, get yourself registered. Our founding member call will be January 2nd, 12 p.m. for an hour. What that means is we're going to have our welcome ceremony. We're going to have a Q&A. You can ask me all the questions you've longed to ask me, but that is our official kickoff is January 2nd. Once you become a Wealth Sister, you get into our Facebook group. I have so much stuff waiting for you to do. You can be busy for the next 4 months, right? But our first call will be January 2nd. So mark that on your calendar at 12 Eastern. And then everyone here, you know, on National Vision Board Day, we do our money manifested board. So on January 13th, that's the next date I want you to mark down, Saturday, January 13th at 12 Eastern. It is free. We're going to do our money manifested board. Everyone who is a Wealth Sister, you're going to have a VIP call with me after the money manifested board, where I'm going to guide you through your wealth scene for all of your financial intentions for 2024. So that's your second perk, your second bonus of becoming a Wealth Sister, is that you get to do that VIP session with me after we make our boards together, right? Those of you that you've never heard about this, we come together once a year. We don't make a vision board. We make a money manifested board. Everything on our money manifested board is done. It's manifested the second we create it. In fact, we're going to have a big celebration of all the things that we manifested from our board for this year during that party. All right. All right. So let's go. Hashtag wealthy. If you're a Wealth Sister, hashtag wealthy. Let me see. Let me jump over here. I've waited all weekend to see this. Hashtag hashtag wealthy if you're a wealth sister. Go ahead, type it, hashtag wealthy. Come on, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I want to see it. You are a wealthy. Ooh, congrats. Francesca says, I manifested almost everything from my board last year. Hashtag wealthy. Look at all my sisters. Woo! Yes. Hashtag wealthy. We're going to have t-shirts. We're going to have mugs. We're going to have bling, everything, journals, all the things, right? We are milking this wealthy. We're all wealthy sisters together now. Mwah. I love you all. Go have a wonderful Monday. Happy holidays. Enjoy your time with your family. And I'll see you again January 1st. Mwah. Bye all. Take care.